Welcome back, you gorgeous weirdos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. So, by popular request, we're going to do a soak off or removal and an install for a new set. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it to get these to last. This is the set I'm putting on. I didn't film it. I think I did actually, but it was a while ago. I'll leave that video up in the eye for you to check out. But we're going to start with removal. This is not a crazy long process. It doesn't need to be. And yes, I know that there are new, methods for removal. I don't trust any of them. I don't want to damage my nails, so this is how I do it damage free. I'm going to start by clipping off any of the length I have on my nails, being mindful of where my skin is under my nails. You never want to cut so low that you wind up hurting yourself, but I am getting rid of all the extra length because I'm going to file off this gel polish. And why file more if you don't have to? So I'm cutting off the length, make them shorter, give me less stuff to file when I go to file. And if you're wondering what this thing is underneath my hands, that is my Melody Susie dust collector. I love this thing so much, especially for removals, because I don't want to breathe in all of that like gel dust. So I'm going to use that for removal here in just a minute. I'm also going to use my e-file. Now, if you don't have an e-file or if you're not comfortable using one, you totally don't have to. You can use a hand file. I guess that's your only other option. I love the e-file. I just think it saves me so much time. And I tend to over-file when I'm using a hand file, so I don't trust myself. But the e-file I find works great for me, and I'm not taking off nail, the extension like down to my natural nail. I am just removing that gel polish and a little of the bulk on the extension itself. These are press-on nails, in case maybe I should have led with that. These are press-ons that I make. So I'm just taking off the polish and a little bit of the bulk from the extension, and I'm going to soak the rest off, and that's it. As you can see, the gel comes off super easily. I think I have my e-file somewhere around 20,000 RPM. Again, the faster your e-file goes, the less likely you are to have heat spikes. You want to keep moving your e-file around though, so you don't cause that friction burn on your nail. And I'm just going to take this off. Super quick, super easy. This is real time. I wanted to keep this in real time so you can see about how long it takes me to remove that gel polish. And that's, I think, maybe 4 or 5 layers of gel between the black gel polish, blooming gel, top coat, base coat, all that stuff. And then I'm going to take down the length even further. That way it's less product I need to soak off. So here is what the nail now looks like. I went ahead and I did all of the rest of my nails off camera, and now these are ready to soak off. So here's my soak off technique. This has like never failed me. I know I used to use hot rice, and I still do, or I will, but I find that water works just as well, hot water. So what I'm going to do after I get all this dust off of me, see how much dust is in that dust collector? It just works so well, and that's less stuff. What is Hira doing on my bed? Hira is just a blanket. Stop attacking the blanket. Anyways, I've got this little container of hot water that Hitch so kindly heated up for me. Thank you, babe. I'm going to put a little bit of acetone into a Ziploc baggie with a paper towel and a little bit of oil. Cuticle oil, body oil, whatever kind of Pam, I don't care, whatever kind of oil you have around, that will just keep your skin from really drying out during the soak off process. But I do find that if you're using hot water, it really does a good job of heating up that acetone, and hot acetone works just so much faster. The soak off for both hands took me less than 15 minutes, soaking each one separately, by the way. So it's maybe like 5 or 6 minutes per hand to soak off the nails. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all soaked off, and then when I come back, we're going to get the nails all prepped up and ready for installation. I'm going to show you every single step until completion. I have not done a video like this in so long, and I don't know why, because I do this every week anyway, but we're going to do the whole thing. And I know prep is going to look different for everybody. Can you hear my dryer in the background? It's a Sunday. Prep is going to look different for everyone depending on your nail length and shape and type and all the things. But I'm going to show you how I do prep for my nails. So I got everything all soaked off, and now we're going to start prep. I need to make sure that my cuticles are gone off of my nail plate, and I like to use a glass cuticle pusher for this. I find it's just super gentle but really effective at exfoliating off all of that dead skin from the nail plate, because if you leave that dead skin on, you are likely going to have lifting and pop-offs, and nobody wants that, right? You want to put your nails on and you want them to just be for as long as you want them on. So I'm going to get all of that dead cuticle off of the nail plate. Then I'm going to give my nails a gentle buff with a very fine buffing block. I don't want to really rough up my nails and take layers off my nail, but I don't want a shiny surface, because the glue that I'm going to use doesn't really stick well to a shiny surface. You really need like a matte or textured surface for that. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, you can use any kind of glue you want. I personally use dip base coat and activator because it works for me. But if you prefer a thicker glue, go get a thicker glue. Dashing Diva is fantastic. If you like a different kind of glue, use it. I don't care. It's your nails. Use whatever glue you want. But I will tell you, please do not use gel of any sort. Don't use gel that needs to be cured. If you're putting on press-ons, that will probably not cure all the way, give you all sorts of issues you don't want to deal with. I promise you that. Just trust me on this. Use glue. Don't use gel. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I will digress. Now that everything is ready to go and dusted off, I'm just using a little bit of alcohol to give my nails one final cleanse. If you have more oily nails, go ahead and use 100% acetone. And now my nails are ready and prepped for installation of the press-ons. So this is, again, going to be super simple. I don't do anything that's really complicated because I don't have the bandwidth for complicated these days. And this is what I'm using. Dip base, an activator, and that's it. You don't even really need activator. I just like it because it makes the glue dry down a little bit faster. Then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out my first nail. I'm doing my dominant hand first, which I tend to do just because I get fatigued pretty easily. And if I start with my non-dominant hand, by the time I get to my dominant hand, I'm tired. So I'm doing my dominant hand first. I'm going to put a thin layer of the glue right on my nail. I'm not doing anything crazy, just like if you were going to go and dip your nails, I guess. Thin layer of glue on the nail. Once I have that applied, I'm going to grab the press-on and I'm going to put another thin layer of glue in that press-on, being mindful of like where I feel like my nail would extend out to underneath it. You want to make sure your whole nail is covered. Once you have that done, I start at the cuticle. I have my nail up at like a 45-degree angle, and then I will gently press it down until it's covering my entire nail, and I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold it there, let it sit, let it start to dry down a little bit. Gentle pressure. You don't want to like squeeze this down or press down too hard. You're going to make that glue seep out. You don't want that because you want that glue to be under there, securing everything in place, right? So gentle pressure, but make sure you're holding it for at least 30 seconds to a minute. And then I'm going to grab the activator, the dip activator, and I'm going to just go underneath the tip of the nail and around the cuticle area. So let it seep in around the edges and really start to make that glue set down. That way I know it's attached and drying and I can move on to the next nail. I'm going to show you how I do one more nail again in real time. Maybe I'll speed it up a little bit. And then I'm going to do the entire hand off camera and show you what the whole set looks like. I'm going to show you all the angles too. I'm going to show you what they look like from the side so you can tell they're not bulky at the cuticle area. I'm telling you, if you have not started a press-on nail journey yet, what are you even waiting for? You can't tell me once you see them that they look like press-on nails. I have had so many people compliment my nails over the last few weeks that I've been doing my nails to last, and no one believes that they are press-on nails. They look so good. They look like you went to the nail salon and spent however much money on your nails. This is what the whole set looks like. I'm absolutely obsessed with the way these came out, even though I know I filmed them so long ago, but here are all the angles. They're not thick. They're not bulky. There's no weird end of the cuticle area. They just look good. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down below. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I will catch you on the next one. Love you. Bye.